won't survive.
What's going on, everybody? It's Moho. Today I'm going to be bringing you some gameplay from PS3. I did a little color correction settings, so tell me how you guys like it. I know the settings that I had last time was pretty garbage, and I think it's just because of my cables that I have to record. I got them for like $5 off of eBay. I didn't know they were going to be any different, but let me know how you guys like it. If you like it, I'll keep producing PS3 gameplay. I'm bringing this video to you guys today because I wanted to show you guys what's going on prior to Orlando. A lot of plans have changed. I'm not going to be playing on like a top 16 team. Well, I feel like this could be a top 16 team, and there's a reason why I'm playing with these people, especially Haley. And my plan was originally to try to get myself on a top 16 that was already pro, and I don't know. I think like I was wasting my time. You know, all these people that I was playing with, it was just kind of a waste of time for me because they always split up. I mean, you could be doing good one day, and then you would lose a map, and then the next morning you wake up, the team is already broken up. And I just don't want to go through that, especially if I'm not playing for fear. So what this is I'm playing with Haley for Orlando. I live in Florida. It's not costing me nothing to travel. Hotel is already paid for and stuff like that. And I think, you know, out of anybody that is a girl gamer, I honestly feel that on this pro circuit, that is, you know, Haley deserves it. I think she deserves to, you know, finish top 16. So what I decided to do is try to get 2 other players that wanted to play with myself and her, and see if we can get her pro status. And there's no other girl that's ever been pro status before on any game. So, well, I don't know about any game, but any Call of Duty game, that is. So I figured, what a good way to start out. So that's my team. The team is myself, Burgos, and Shade, and Haley. And this is some gameplay that we started playing. This is our second day playing together. We make a little bit of mistakes. Actually, we make a lot of mistakes, but, you know, we're working there. We're going to get it. I think playing with inexperienced players is fun for me. Reason being is because they listen. Like, if I tell somebody to do something, they listen right away. As opposed to playing with a pro player, it's like if you tell them to do something, they think, you know, shut the fuck up. They don't want you telling them how to play, which is understandable, you know, because they're pro players and they got, you know, to where they were for a reason. But sometimes it's good to listen to your teammates, and that's why I want to bring this video to you guys, because it works so well. I directed my teammates in such a good manner that they listened, and it worked really good for us. But as you can see here, I did get killed. This is not particularly the spot that you want to be in. But Burgos did clean up a 2-piece. They did have everybody dead, or we had everybody dead, and I seen Haley coming middle. As you guys saw, she was running towards me, and I said, Haley, you know, go back to our spawn, watch C Jeep, and make sure they don't get the cutoff so we can get a recap. That's what I did. She went back there. She gets a 2-piece. So that was really well. Once I noticed that all 4 people died, I said, I'm going to leave trailer. Whoever's in middle, come back, take my spot in trailer. It would have worked, but somebody made a mistake of pushing up through trailer, cutting off the C spawn, which forced them to spawn jungle. So those are one of those little mistakes that we need to work on, and I did tell them about it, and they started getting the hang of it. So off the spawn immediately. I did kill my teammate here. It was kind of stupid. I didn't expect that little mannequin guy going to be right in the way from my nades. I didn't expect that. But I did call it out and tell Burgos that, you know, don't go through middle, but it just wasn't enough time. But back to my point is, if you do end up dying, guys, you always want to push towards jungle. Jungle is the main place you want to hold. Haley picked up a really clutch 2-piece right there. That really saved us for a flag cap. But it worked in our favor. And the reason why you guys want to hold jungle is because of the spawn I just got. That is why you want to hold jungle. If you hold jungle, the opposing team will spawn by C Jeep. And this is where it is pretty much nearly impossible for them to stop the flag, because if you have that area cut off, and the flag is already jungle, it's pretty much a guaranteed cap. So just keep in mind, guys, when you play, I always tell my teammates, regardless of, you know, whether they're pro or not, you know, the jungle. I know a lot of times some people forget about it, so it's good to just keep reminding people. Communication is key. As you guys can see, I spawned on a really good spawn on jungle. I went up there, I killed one guy to clear it out, but unfortunately there was another person just sitting there. We have 2 people in the middle right now in trailer, it looks like, so I'm probably going to spawn jungle, and I did. Once you spawn jungle, you want to make smart plays. You want to try to stay alive. I probably shouldn't have shot at that guy, but I shot at him anyway, because I figured you could shoot through it, but it didn't work in my favor, so I ended up getting the kill off anyway. It doesn't matter. We do pick up 5 caps on one side, so we did do really well. You know, teamwork is coming together good. I'm not really sure how good this team is, but this is our first time playing together. This is actually this is our second day playing together, so it pieced together real well, and I'm kind of happy to see that. Off the start, I kind of tell my teammates to go jungle, and I'll take middle. And the reason I take middle is because I want to make sure nobody gets behind trailer. If nobody gets behind trailer, then I automatically know they're either in 10, which is the guy I just naded, or they're going towards jungle. So now that I know that nobody went trailer and nobody went C, I figured I might as well try to take top 10. Now we have 3 people jungle, 1 person top 10, but it didn't work out in my favor. Guys, not everything I tell you is going to be correct. You could make these moves yourselves, and you could execute them perfectly, but in the same sense, it might not work. You might die. It is very imperative that you understand what you have to do if you don't make the right move and you do end up getting killed. So I did spawn. I figured that nobody else was over by C. I need to take over trailer. I want to get trailer unlocked because if I have trailer unlocked, I can see front C, see where they're spawning, try to spawn kill, and I can make sure I can watch back C as well and make sure nobody comes back trailer. Now that I know nobody is coming through back trailer, I took mid because nobody else would be in mid to be able to cover the flag guy as he runs jungle. As you guys can see, I was wrong. There was another mistake on my part. I should have stayed in the trailer and watched middle. I don't know what I was thinking at that time when I did that, but I do know it worked out in favor for us anyway because I did pick up the guy that was going back trailer, and our teammate killed the guy that killed me. Off the spawn, as you guys can see, I told by the way, I told Burgos, I said, please don't go middle, Burgos. I got him. I said, don't go there. I stunned him. I got him, and he went there anyway, and I killed him. So, you know, if you don't listen to your teammates, stuff like that does happen. But this is, again, I didn't make the same mistake. I stayed in trailer. But unfortunately, sometimes the spawns flip. And this is what Black Ops is not really known for being the best game. It's not like Call of Duty 4 where the spawns are predictable. I was watching C-Jeep. We were all set up in middle wood and jungle. And they were supposed to spawn C and they didn't. So the guy came behind me. So you definitely got to be, you can't blame yourself all the time is what I'm trying to say. You know, sometimes you'll be doing the right thing, and sometimes, you know, somebody will get a lucky spawn. I call them welfare spawns, and they'll end up coming right behind you. So, as you guys see, we have 3 dead. I pulled flag. The reason I turned around like that is because I didn't want the guy to stun me because I knew I didn't have anybody jungle with me at that time. It turns out that there was a guy jungle somewhere, but he was just waiting back. Burgos was watching my back, and Burgos ended up killing me. I yelled at him. I didn't yell at him, but I was making fun of him for it. But as you guys can see, I spawned again, went straight to trailer. Whoever was behind me, I don't remember who that was. I think it was Haley. She made a mistake on going towards C. You never want to do that, ever. And I think I told her about that too. And she ended up correcting her path, and she ended up going towards middle. But definitely want to make sure you push towards jungle. A lot of people ask me what type of role I play. As you guys can see, I set up, I get cutoffs, I pull flags, so I'm basically everything. I can play anything. And I think it's a really good asset to the team to have somebody on the team who can play every role, as opposed to Modern Warfare 2 where I played nothing but OBJ. As you guys can see, I had a really good spawn jungle, and this is what I'm talking about. You guys need to be holding jungle. You don't want to be back C, you don't want to be mid trailer, you want to hold jungle on every sides of the map, because if you hold both of the sides on jungle, you're going to get better spawns, and it's just going to be a lot harder for the enemy team to capture your flag. As you guys can see, we had 3 down. I stayed back here to make sure I get them off spawn. We have 1 person middle, 2 guys wood. Nobody was really coming here, so I said, you know what, let me go check middle because I don't see nobody. And I ended up coming through the middle. Haley had it, so I checked on the C spawn. She ended up getting taken out, and it was my obligation, or my obligation to make sure I take middle out. As you guys can see, it worked perfectly. We have 3 down again. I told the person that was my trailer to push bottom 10 since there was 3 dead. It ended up not working out for her because there was people spawning up, but we did get the flag pulled. Now, as you guys can see, I have C unlock, and I get the kill, and I have middle unlock as well. And as you can see, I turn right around to see if anybody's coming behind me. Nobody ever does. Okay, so that is why you want to make sure you are sitting inside of trailer, and you make sure you have somebody either pulling the flag going jungle and somebody top wood. All right, because if you do that, then they will definitely spawn C. But you always want to check yourself, or you always want to check your back while you're in trailer, just to make sure. Because like I said, nothing's ever certain, especially with the spawns in this game. You just got to have a good sense of judging what's going to happen next. You always got to be thinking in Black Ops, and that's It's not like Call of Duty 4, where Call of Duty 4, you kind of like, it was kind of like common sense. You knew, you know, the more you play the game, the more you know the spawns. It's not like that. It's a little bit random. But this is all the time we have, guys. We ended up beating these guys 11-0 in CTF. I was pretty surprised, you know. It's like I said, it's our second time playing together. I dropped 32 kills and 13 deaths. And I hope you guys like this. If you want more gameplay breakdowns like this, please like, favorite, and please subscribe and follow me on Twitter. It means a lot. And we'll catch you guys later. Peace.